Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine? The strange certainty that someone is watching you, even when you're completely alone? It's a universal human experience, a sixth sense that tingles at the back of our necks. But what is it? Is it just paranoia? Or is there something more profound at play? Today, we're going to dive deep into the unsettling sensation of being watched, exploring its ancient origins, the powerful psychology behind it, and what it means in our hyperconnected modern world. Let's travel back in time, way back to when our ancestors roamed the vast, wild landscapes. Imagine a small group of early humans huddled around a fire. The world outside their small circle of light is filled with uncertainty. Every rustle in the bushes, every snap of a twig could signal a predator lurking in the shadows. In this environment, survival wasn't just about being strong or fast. It was about being aware. The individuals who were most sensitive to their surroundings, who could detect the slightest hint of a hidden observer, were the ones who lived to see another day. This acute sense of being watched wasn't a flaw. It was a life-saving feature. This is what scientists call our primal instinct. It's a survival mechanism hardwired into our brains over hundreds of thousands of years. Our brains evolved to be incredibly efficient pattern recognition machines, especially when it comes to faces and eyes. We are subconsciously scanning our environment for anything that looks like a pair of eyes looking back at us. This is why you can sometimes feel someone's gaze from across a crowded room, even before you consciously see them. Your peripheral vision and subconscious mind are working overtime, flagging potential threats or social connections. Think of it as a biological alarm system. It's better to have a false alarm mistaking a pattern in the wallpaper for a face than to miss a real threat. So that creepy feeling you get when you re-alone in a dark house might just be your ancient brain doing its job, keeping you safe from predators that no longer exist in your living room. But this feeling isn't just about avoiding saber-toothed tigers. As humans evolved into complex social creatures, the gaze of others took on a whole new meaning. This brings us to the psychology of being watched. Our brains are fundamentally social organs. We have what's known as a social brain, a network of regions dedicated to understanding and interacting with others. Being the subject of someone's attention activates this network in a powerful way. When we know we're being observed, we become hyper-aware of ourselves. Our focus shifts inward. We start thinking about how we appear to the observer, what they might be thinking of us, and whether we are meeting their expectations. This phenomenon is often called the spotlight effect, where we tend to overestimate how much others are noticing our appearance or actions. This self-consciousness can trigger a cascade of psychological and behavioral changes. For some, it enhances performance. Athletes often talk about feeding off the energy of the crowd. The pressure of thousands of eyes can push them to achieve incredible feats. This is known as social facilitation. However, for many of us, especially when performing a complex or unfamiliar task, being watched can lead to anxiety and a drop in performance. We fumble our words, make clumsy mistakes, and feel an overwhelming desire to escape the scrutiny. The gaze of others becomes a form of social pressure. It forces us to regulate our behavior, to conform to social norms, and to manage our reputation. We are constantly, often subconsciously, asking ourselves, am I doing this right? Am I fitting in? This is because for our ancestors, social acceptance was just as crucial for survival as avoiding predators. Being ostracized from the tribe could be a death sentence. So the discomfort we feel under observation is also a social survival instinct, pushing us to maintain our place within the group. This powerful idea that the mere possibility of being watched can control our behavior was brilliantly captured by the 18th century philosopher Jeremy Bentham with his concept of the panopticon. Imagine a circular prison with cells arranged around a central watchtower. The guard in the tower can see into every cell, but the prisoners in the cells can't see the guard. They never know if they are being watched at any given moment, but they know they could be. The genius, or perhaps the horror, of this design is that the prisoners are forced to police their own behavior. They act as if they are always being watched, because they can't take the risk of being caught breaking the rules. The surveillance becomes internalized. The all-seeing eye of the guard becomes a constant presence in the prisoner's mind, a perpetual mechanism of control that requires very little active effort from the authority. Bentham's panopticon was more than just an architectural blueprint. It was a powerful metaphor for how power and discipline operate in modern society. He envisioned this principle being applied not just to prisons, but to schools, hospitals, and factories. And when we look at our world today, it's hard not to see his vision realized in ways he could have never imagined. We are living in a digital panopticon. Think about your daily life. You walk down the street, and your movements are captured by dozens of CCTV cameras. You browse the internet, and your clicks, searches, and even your mouse movements are tracked by sophisticated algorithms. You post a photo on social media, and you're not just sharing it with your friends. You're submitting it to a vast network that analyzes and categorizes it. Our smartphones are constant companions, tracking our location, monitoring our communications, and listening for wake words. We are surrounded by invisible eyes and unseen observers. The watchtower is no longer a physical structure. It's a decentralized network of data collection points. And just like the prisoners in Bentham's panopticon, we are often unaware of who is watching or when. This constant, low-level awareness of being monitored has a profound impact on us. We curate our online personas, presenting a polished, idealized version of our lives. We might think twice before searching for a sensitive topic or expressing an unpopular opinion online. The digital panopticon encouraged conformity and self-censorship. We are performing for an unseen audience of algorithms, advertisers, and data brokers. This creates a new kind of social pressure, one that operates on a global scale. The fear is no longer just about social embarrassment in front of our peers. It's about our data being used in ways we don't understand or control, influencing everything from the ads we see to the opportunities we are given. We have willingly, and often unknowingly, built our own selves in this modern panopticon, trading privacy for convenience and connection. So, what is actually happening in our bodies when we feel that prickly sensation of being watched? It's not just in our heads. It's a very real physiological response. When our brain's threat detection system is triggered by a perceived gaze, it kicks our autonomic nervous system into gear. This is the system that controls our involuntary functions. And it has two main branches, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. When we feel watched, the sympathetic nervous system takes over, preparing the body for a fight or flight response. Adrenaline and cortisol, the body's primary stress hormones, are released into our bloodstream. Your heart rate increases, pumping more oxygenated blood to your muscles. Your breathing might become faster and shallower. Your pupils might dilate to let in more light, and your senses become heightened. This is your body getting ready for action, just as it would if you were facing a real physical threat. It's an ancient, powerful reaction. Even if the threat is just a public speaking engagement or a first date, your body is responding as if a predator is near. This is why your palms might get sweaty. You might feel a knot in your stomach, or you might start to blush. The blood vessels in your face dilate, causing the skin to redden, an involuntary social signal. All of these physical sensations are the tangible, scientific evidence of the mind-body connection, the direct result of your brain interpreting a gaze as something significant and potentially threatening. So let's bring it all together. The feeling of being watched is a complex tapestry woven from threads of biology, psychology, and technology. It starts as a primal survival instinct, a neural echo from our ancestors' time, designed to keep us safe from predators. As we evolved into social beings, this instinct was repurposed. The gaze of others became a powerful tool for social regulation, making us self-conscious and encouraging us to conform to the norms of our group, ensuring our place within the tribe. Then, philosophers like Bentham recognized and articulated how this mechanism could be used as a form of control, leading to the concept of the panopticon, where the mere possibility of surveillance enforces discipline. And today, we find ourselves living in a version of that panopticon, a digital world of constant, pervasive surveillance, where our actions are tracked, our data is collected, and our behavior is subtly shaped by unseen forces. From the ancient savanna to the modern smartphone, the feeling of being watched has been a constant companion on the human journey, shaping who we are and how we act. It's a fundamental part of our experience, a reminder that we are not isolated individuals, but are deeply connected to the world and the people around us, for better or for worse. The question that remains for us to grapple with is this: in a world that is always watching, a world of CCTV, social media, and algorithmic tracking, are we ever truly ourselves? Or are we constantly performing, subtly adjusting our behavior for an ever-present, unseen audience? We'd love to hear what you think. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Has this constant observation changed how you live your life? Thank you for watching. And if you found this exploration interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive.